gosh, I'm so excited.
And guess who's at my apartment hanging with Max?
Let's talk music industry.
Yes.
Yay!
Woo, that's so exciting. Good morning, friends. Welcome back to a vlog. It's a special vlog. First off, I'm vlogging on a Monday. I don't know if y'all know my recording schedule, but I normally film sit-down videos on Monday, vlog Tuesday, Wednesday, campaigns Thursday, vlog Friday, Saturday, Sabbath Sunday. But yesterday was a really big work day for me to just catch up on things, and I'm starting a vlog today. So hello, fancy seeing you on a Monday. The other reason that it's special is guess who's driving into town today? Jordy. He is doing a college show at Baylor, and he's doing literally 15 college shows this fall, which is, he's basically doing a college tour, but that's where colleges pay him to come play for the students, and it's awesome, and it's so much fun. So since he has a show at Baylor this week, he's gonna be in town for a few days and spend time in Austin, and I'm so excited, but he's probably not gonna get in until after my pottery class, so spending the morning just doing some computer work, and I might even try to fit in a little workout. We'll see where the day takes us. But I wanted to say, good morning. Also tonight when Jordy gets in, we're gonna go to dinner with Jacqueline and Mark. We're gonna go to their favorite spot, which is called Max El Rancho. It's like the Tex-Mex spot that's been around for like 70 years. And I've only taken Jordy to very McKellish spots. So I'm excited to show him something that is not just like brand new and hyper trendy. But nevertheless, I have an important question to ask Jacqueline tonight. So they're coming over here first, and I made this little gift basket. I got this cute rosé that I learned of when I did a Whole Foods campaign forever ago. Her favorite cookies. These are brown butter chocolate chip cookies. And then this is the sweatshirt that I showed y'all in the last video. I'm gonna be giving all the bridesmaids that have like Cersei Social Club, the date, etc., etc. And I got this really pretty wrapping paper that has flowers in it, kind of similar to the one that I used for Anna's shower. I wish I could buy this paper in bulk. And then when I was cleaning out my drawers the other day, I found these couple pictures from her wedding. And so, I don't know, I just thought that was kind of cute to throw in there. From me being maid of honor to her being maid of honor. And then I'm gonna change my sheets, and then I'm gonna fit in a little workout because it's Monday, and we're gonna start off the week on a good note, Max. That's what we're gonna do. Worked out, showered, got ready. I feel like I never talk about EDS, which is a syndrome I have. It's called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It's essentially where your joints have too much collagen and then they can like dislocate easily because your ligaments are too loose. Currently my finger is slightly out of socket and it hurts so bad, and that rarely happens to my fingers. It's normally my shoulders, elbows, knees. Shoulders are the worst. Like I've dislocated my shoulder in my sleep before by rolling over in bed and rolling out of my socket. But this finger, I can't get it back in. We're gonna get ready for the day, guys. I am so excited because guess who the partner is for this video? Ilya. If you know, you know. I discovered Ilya back in 2020. I actually did a whole sit-down pandemic review video of all their products. I love them, and they rarely give promo codes or discount codes, but they gave me one that goes through September 3rd. 15% off, Michel 15. I'm gonna show you some of my favorite products of theirs. If you've heard of them from one thing, it's probably been this one, because this has won a ton of awards, like Allure Beauty. I trust Allure Beauty Awards more than anything. This is their Super Serum Skin Tint. It's also SPF 40, and I love it because it's a mix between skincare and makeup. It's just like such a dewy, lovely finish. It looks like skin. And I love that I get to skip some steps, like some skincare steps and some sunscreen steps. It's oil-free, it's vegan, it kind of like flexes to the color of your skin. And like, look, I have a lot of redness on my nose from the surgery, but look at how well that covers that. It has things like niacinamide, it has hyaluronic acid, just a lot of things that my skin really seems to like. And I just go in with my fingers like this. I feel like I am serum tinted moisturizer type queen. That's all I wear. I never wear full coverage, hardly ever. So big fan. Oh, also it is a mineral SPF, which is another thing that I'm trying to be more mindful of mineral versus chemical. So love that. Then their concealer, this is the True Skin Serum Concealer. I feel like all of my favorite things have vitamin C. This has vitamin C. Vitamin C, something about it. My skin just really loves it. I notice a difference. So I just kind of, you know, mostly go under my eyes and nose, and I had a few spots down here recently. I blend it out with my finger. Then I'm gonna set that with their Soft Focus Finishing Powder. This will help it not look greasy and kind of stay in place all day, but still read as dewy. That's why I love their stuff, is almost everything is like creamy, dewy, and I think that just makes everything look youthful, healthy, plump, glowy, all the good words that we look for, or at least that I look for. Y'all know that I am not being dramatic and not over exaggerating when I say this is the only eyeshadow palette I've used for the last year, maybe longer. I just literally have not used a single other eyeshadow palette. I love this one from Ilia also. It's the Warm Nude. I've repurchased it so many times at this point. I love this shade as like a base because it's just very natural and pretty. And sometimes I'll do a smoky look. Sometimes I'll do a little shimmery lighter look. I think since it's daytime and summer, I'm gonna do shimmery lighter. BRB with some mascara. And a couple more things. This multi-stick from Ilia is probably the first kind of like creamy blush I ever tried, and it's what made me fall in love with cream blush products. Say that 3 times fast. This is the shade Ladybird. It's the multi-stick. You could use it lip or cheek, but I have a different lip I want to show you. And it's just such a pretty kind of warm peachy pink that I think looks very natural on my skin tone. Blend it out with my fingers, and since it's a cream, you don't really need a highlighter, which I love. Just kind of save some steps. Sometimes I like to go kind of across the bridge of my nose too, for a little more of a natural sun-kissed look. Last but not least, Balmy Gloss. This is like a lip oil gloss. Let's do this shade, Linger. I actually just have a few shades on hand. Yeah, let's do this one. It starts off really, really kind of deep, but then I kind of blot it and it looks very natural and it stays a long time. And I love that it feels so hydrating and it doesn't get kind of like, oh no. It doesn't get like dried out cakey like lipstick skip. And that's my final look using mostly all Ilia products. I will link all of these products down below, but like I said, my code is only valid through September 3rd, which is 15% off their whole site, Michelle15. What an actual dream to get to partner with Ilia on this video. Like, I'm so excited. I'm going to style my hair because I actually haven't done that in quite a while, and that way I'll have styled hair for the next few days because I washed it last night. Wow. I'm finally cashing in my birthday present for my parents. My parents got me a gift card to a restaurant that does seasonal like tastings. They used to do a 9-course. I don't think they do that anymore. I think that now they do like a 4 or 5-course tasting, but it changes by the season because they know that that is like my dream gift. It's just any sort of foodie experience. And I've wanted to go with Jordy. We haven't had an opportunity, but a while ago we made the reservation for tomorrow. And I'm also really excited because, as you guys know, I'm trying to be in my budget girl era, and my favorite activity is eating out and nice food. So we have a few dinners this week and they're all essentially free, like using the gift card tomorrow, or one is a business meeting. So they already told us dinner's on them. And I'm really excited about all that because it's like, it's so meaningful when it's my favorite hobby. Anyway. Okay, I quickly stopped to get packages on the way to pottery, and I'm so excited to see this one. I'm a little bit nervous because I hope it turned out. Mallory, if you're watching this with Imogen, before I see y'all, skip this part of the video because This is something wedding related. Basically, there's going to be one niece in the family. Jordy has one niece. So obviously we're going to ask her to be our flower girl. She's precious. She has brought it up several times. So it's not a surprise. But you know how I got all the bridesmaids matching sweatshirts? Well, Zara, you can add embroidery onto the kids' clothes for like $3. So, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous to see this. I got her a white sweat set. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The top says flower girl with like a little embroidered flower. I had to like shorten it, which I think is kind of cute because you can only do 9 characters or whatever. But I think it's kind of trendy to do flower GRL and all white. And then the bottom, oh my gosh. Okay, whenever I have kids, I'm ordering everything from Zara. It says her name with the flower as well. So now she has a matching sweat set to wear the day of the wedding, just like all of the bridesmaids, but hers is special and she'll be the only other one in white. I'm so glad that this turned out. I'm so excited about that. Dang, Zara. I think that whole thing was like $40, embroidered and all. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for something custom. Okay, off to pottery. Vlog cam iPhone edition coming at you. I just trimmed all of my larger plates. They're a little rough because they were really wet because I only threw them 2 days ago, and I didn't want to trim a foot because I wanted them to look extra modern. They're not great. They were too wet, and then I set them in the 110-degree heat, and then they were too dry. But here's what they look like. This one is way smaller than the others. Actually, these two are identical. I'm excited about that. That one's a little bit smaller, and I'm sure this one is tiny in comparison. Yep, so, yep, not really uniform, but I'll get there. Look who's here.
It's me.
I can't remember the last time you were in my apartment that I wasn't on maintenance.
Yeah.
To where I was fully present. I don't remember the last time I was fully present with you here.
You don't even remember that.
I don't even remember that. And what are we gonna do?
Oh.
What are we gonna do?
Watch our show.
Watch an episode of SWAT. We're running out though, so we gotta slow down. This is for you. I found those pictures when I was cleaning out a drawer, so that's not really part of it, but I thought,
Yes!
well, you don't even know what the question is.
Sorry.
You don't even know what the question is.
Okay.
I was asking.
You put pictures. It's okay.
That's of you as a bride.
Okay. Okay. This wrapping paper is really cute.
I know, it was like
I love these
overpriced.
cookies.
I'm so glad. And I don't even know if you like rosé or not, but that's the one rosé I've actually tried, and it's actually good.
Cute. I feel like I can't rip this one. Yes.
Yay!
Woo! That's so exciting.
Oh, surprise!
Baby.
I know. I said again in the note.
Oh, this is adorable.
Said, will you be my maid of honor again?
The CRCs.
Oh, that's really
Isn't that cool?
One big family.
I gotta show
That
you.
is social.
I know.
That is so
I'm hoping it's something people can like rewear. Good morning, guys. Obviously, it's the next day. Matt's was so fun with Jacqueline and Mark, and it's accidentally turning into quite the foodie week. Maybe you can relate if you're in a long distance relationship, but I feel like Jordy hasn't been to Austin in a couple months, and I have all these ideas of things I want to take him to do, and then he's here for 2-3 days, and I'm like, okay, let's do all the things. As I mentioned, tonight is my birthday dinner. We're using that gift card, but one of Jordy's best friends / his keys player that's on tour with him is in Austin too, obviously for the shows and stuff. Him and his girlfriend have become some of my favorite people because they're also Oceanside Carlsbad based, but he is like the ultimate coffee snob, and he is in love with the spot here in Austin called Proud Mary's. They only have an Austin and a Portland location, but they're Australian coffee, and so they're really good, like strong, good coffee. And he just called us and said, hey, I'm heading there. Do y'all want to come? So on a whim, we're going to go as well. They also have breakfast, but we'll see because tonight is such a big dinner that we'll see if we want to also get some food this morning or if that is just absolutely excessive. So nevertheless, that is our morning plan. Come home for a, normal work day, work hours, and then at 5 o'clock, we actually are going to be on a podcast. I can't tell you what the podcast is, but it's something that Jordy's manager set up, so that'll be fun. And I thought it could be fun. In the last Q&A, I briefly mentioned kind of about how the music industry works and about how it looks to make money doing music. And a lot of people were like, yeah, I actually would like to hear more about that. Kind of curious, I've always wondered how that works. So I asked Jordy, I was like, would you be down for a little sit down chat in this vlog to explain a bit more of the behind the scenes of income streams and just like how musicians make a living? And he was like, yeah, that sounds so fun. So this afternoon in this vlog, we might do that. Those are all of my chatty little updates. I'm trying to get ready in like 15 minutes because, boys, they're like, I'm on the way right now. And I'm like, okay, well, that's great because all you have to do is just throw on a shirt. But as girls, I need like a 35-minute warning. You know what I mean? So we're going fast. Here's my 15-minute outfit and hair and makeup. I hope I don't regret wearing cap sleeves in this heat. I normally try to wear sleeveless so that I don't show any sweat, but I really love this top and I haven't been able to wear it yet in Texas because the cap sleeves. So we're gonna test my luck today. Jordy's taking out Max because he's a sweetie. And with that, I think I'm ready.
No, I just choked on it.
Oh.
It's great.
Okay.
There was guitar playing and all of a sudden it just stopped. So I went to go peek to see why it had stopped. Just wiped out. Tour will do that to you. Here we are. How's your nap?
It's great.
Good. Let's talk music industry. I asked on Instagram like what people are curious about. And I think it's interesting because I've opened up a lot about how like the income streams work for YouTube. Like obviously there's primary income streams like brand deals and ad rev. There's secondary like merchandise or whatever. And I feel like there's a lot of similarities between the music industry and YouTube. I mean, maybe it's all entertainment, I don't know. But what would you say, what even are the income streams for musicians?
First off, there's a lot of different types of musicians. You can be like what I am. I'm an artist, which means I write songs and record them and play them for people. But you can be somebody who helps an artist play live, or you can be somebody that helps an artist make recordings, or you can be in the music industry on the business side to be like one of the team members that helps all of those musicians do their thing. The main assets that you have if you're an artist is the songs that you make. If you upload a song to Spotify, you make money when somebody streams that song. You also make money from the songwriting if it's played in a coffee shop or on a commercial. You can make money playing that live from ticket sales or if you're hired to play an event.
How does it differ when you're headlining a tour versus when you're hired to open for someone like Ben versus when a college hires you for an event? How does that differ in the terms of you're paid by ticket sales versus flat rate?
So if you are doing your own tour, the business of the artist is fronting all the costs for everything, paying all of the players, hotel, gas, food, all the expenses that come with putting on a tour. And so basically you're the business that's going on this enterprise to go sell tickets, make money, and then your profit is what you don't spend that you make from the tour. So if I'm playing for an artist or opening for an artist, I get paid from them directly.
So you get paid a flat rate as an opener, but when it's your tour and you're headlining, it completely depends on ticket sales if you profit or if you lose money on the show because you're paying everybody else a flat rate.
Right.
So for this album you're producing right now, you are essentially paying for it yourself. Can you explain what it looks like to take a deal from a label versus pay for it yourself and the pros and cons of each of those?
If you get signed to a label, all that means is the label wants to offer you essentially a loan, like a no-risk loan to you. So if an album costs $100, which it doesn't, it costs $75,000, bare minimum, pretty much. Let's say it costs $100, the label says, hey artist, I bet we can make $300 on this album, so I'm gonna give you $100. If you don't make $100 back on this album, like, no worries, I'll take care of it.
Pause question. When they say we're going to front it from you, do they make all of the profits? Do they split it 50-50, or does that percentage change on the terms?
Yeah, it all depends.
Okay.
So sometimes a label will be like, hey, this album costs $100. I'm gonna give you $150, and I'm gonna go make $300 with it. And so the artist basically doesn't have to spend any money, but only gets $50 for the album. I have done a number of albums where, crowdfunding or finding a private investor or signing with a distributor. I've done it a few times to where I've built my catalog each time to now I can make enough money to make a record on my own, putting all my own cash in and basically being my own label and then making all of that cash on the back end.
Because you've seen other businesses pay for your records and then profit off of it. So this time you're like, I'm gonna bet on me. I'm gonna pay for my own record fully and hopefully be the one to profit off of it, essentially.
Yeah.
Very cool. So all that to say is, what are the benefits of owning your own master? That's essentially you make all the money. Yes. Every time it streams. Instead of making 9% of the streaming money, you make 100%.
Yeah.
Do you own all your masters? I actually don't even know
this.
Yeah. So that is you building your catalog.
Right.
So now explain what a catalog is and why investment companies will sometimes purchase a catalog.
Catalog is all the songs that have come from you as an artist or a songwriter. So as both the songwriter and the recording artist of all of my songs, my catalog is all the tunes that I've been involved in.
Okay. And how does it work, quickly? Because you are also the songwriting on some other people's songs. So when their song streams and is played, you're a songwriter and they're a songwriter on it. Does that mean every stream you take that 9% and you split it between you and them?
Yes.
Interesting.
And the publishing percent, which is the right to publish the song, which is another 9%.
So when you helped write a song, every dollar it makes you get 9 cents. Very cool.
What's the best way to support an artist? A lot of different ways. I think just supporting an artist however it feels natural to you, because you're the consumer. You don't owe them anything, just listen to their music. It's great. But if you really want to support an artist, follow them on Spotify, because that's the best way to keep connected with their music. Is touring a big source of the income that comes from music? It is. It's kind of like starting a restaurant. Is selling food at a restaurant a big part of the restaurant income? Yes, after like 5 years. But in the beginning, it's your investor or you're the money that you've saved up to start that restaurant. Does Jordy have a manager? I do have a manager. His name is Chris. He's awesome, and we've worked together for a while. I also have a tour manager / drummer / best pal, Scooter Spicer. He's the best.
And you have a booking manager, which is different from all of that. So you have 3 types of managers.
Yeah.
One oversees your career, one oversees your venues, and one oversees your day-to-day touring, right?
Yeah.
Is that okay to explain it that way?
What do you do all day? If I'm on the road, I'm working from 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. On the live show, driving, setting up, meeting people, etc. If I'm not on the road, I write for 4 hours a day, and I do 2 hours of correspondence work, practice guitar for an hour, and then do
social media
stuff for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Good question. How do you feel you can't be political in case fans turn away? I think in music specifically, because it's not social media, you're on Spotify, I think I really I write songs of all kinds. Like I write songs about God, I write songs about politics, I write songs to think about things that I'm angry about America, and I write songs about things I'm passionate about, but I have a really tight filter for what's actually going to be helpful, because I think these days there are so many intense opinions and there's not as many helpful opinions. So I think it's, as an artist, for me, it's really important for me to think through like, okay, I'm imagining the person listening to this song. These are the things they're going through, the things they're feeling. What type of song do they need? And a lot of times they don't need my hot political takes. I have them. Let me tell you, I have them.
Oh, yes.
We'll get into that at some point. But a lot of times, I don't know, it's just not helpful. And I think that my music needs to be helpful.
Do you know approximately how much a song makes for a single stream?
0.003 cents or 0.0035 cents.
Wow.
Yep.
Also, is it the same across like Apple Music, Spotify,
No, they're
Pandora?
all different.
Okay.
But Spotify pays by far the most because they generate by far the most organic streams. actually pays the least, pays way less than Apple Music, but like
Percentage-wise?
I've never met, and I don't think I will ever meet anybody that makes more money per month on Apple Music than they do on Spotify.
Because Spotify has a lot more users, and they have more just like, we made this playlist for you. I think that was very helpful and informative. I personally geek out a lot about the business behind different careers, especially creative careers, because it's really cool to see how people can take something creative and live off of it full time. Because going to like an arts high school, we were told over and over, this is going to be pretty impossible for you to actually do this as a job, no matter which one of these paths you choose, whether it's cinema or acting or dance or instrumental musician or all of them. So I hope that helps pave a path for people wanting to do something creative as a career also. Yeah, if you really want to do music or YouTube, you should do it because you want to do it, and you need to make something really great on your own. And if you work really, really, really hard to make something great for other people, the money will come. Yeah. We got a podcast interview to be on. And then a special date.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Birthday date.
I wanted to get
She's turning 26.
I'm turning 26, 5 months late. But it's raining. But that's okay. Thanks for sharing your wisdom and your thoughts. And now let's go talk about, I guess, relationships. Is that what the podcast is about?
I don't know.
Cool.
Let's find out.
We'll find out. You know what I think? I think I'm going to just end this vlog on a montage of dinner. So I can just bring my phone and be present and enjoy it, but also document it to look back on it later. Max is licking my toes. But, so I'm going to end the vlog here, and we're going to hop on that podcast call. But I wanted to say thanks again to Elia for partnering with me on this video. I put on my lip color a while ago, and look at how pigmented it still is. So Michelle 15% off through September 3rd. I will have it linked down below. I love y'all. Let's go do a podcast and go to a nice dinner. What do you say? Okay. Okay.
Shining brighter than all these stars. It's just so much that you and I could talk about. If we start right now, it might just take all night, all night, all night, all night, all night. So let's take all night, all night.